Hey everyone, this is not a guitar tutorial or a guitar cover. This is a guitar repair video, and we're going to change the strings on the Breedlove today. But we're also going to do some fret work, and I advise you don't copy what you're about to see in the video because it's probably wrong. But this is my attempt at recrowning some of my frets, and you'll see there was a very big problem, at least when it came to the B string. Now, I didn't have any fret buzz or anything like that, but there were a few frets that the B string just gouged into, and you'll get to see that in just a moment. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that like button. Comment below on what else you'd like to see in the future, but let's dive into this repair video right now. All right, so it's time to give the Breedlove some love, and I've had this guitar for almost 10 years. Unfortunately, I just haven't done any fret work on it. All I've done is change the strings and maybe polish the body up a little bit. But you can tell that second fret and that third fret just aren't looking very happy. There's some really big gouges in there, especially from the higher strings. So if you're going to do this job, here's what you're going to need. You're going to need a stand or some books that you can prop the guitar up on, a string winder, masking tape, a sanding block, some sandpaper, 600, 1000, 2000 grit, some polish for the neck and some conditioner, steel wool and a file, and that's all you need. Now, I had this Planet Wave stand for many, many years from a good friend of mine, and again, you can use books or whatever you have nearby, just something to prop your guitar up. There's my string winder. It's just another Planet Waves thing. Nothing with Planet Waves. This is what I have. What I do is I'm going to unwind the string just a little bit before cutting it. And I hope you guys do this too, because you don't want the string to just pop up in your face. Not a happy experience. So do that. Just a few turns, to loosen the string. And here you go. All those strings coming off pretty easy, right? There's the masking tape, and I'm using this really for the bridge. I'm not using this just for the neck. So I'm protecting right underneath the bridge because the way the strings are on this particular model, they go through the bridge and it's not a peg style. So you'll see me carefully take those strings out and they're short, at least where I cut them. Hopefully you have something like that too. You can use a different type of tape like painter's tape, but masking tape works just as well. So I continue to take those strings off one by one. I don't like to continue winding that gear. I just take that string and unwind it by hand, and there you go. Just be careful, watch the nut when you do something like that. Right here, I'm putting the masking tape on the frets. I'm just starting on the first fret, working my way down. The larger frets are kind of easy, but you're going to need at least 2 pieces of tape, about 3.5, 4 inches long to cover that. As you get further down the neck, really past the 7th fret, 8th fret, I have to kind of fold the tape just a little bit so it can fit. Yeah, definitely right there. And I didn't go all the way down the neck. I kind of just stopped past the 12th fret and didn't do anything else after that because the frets were fine. I didn't have to refile them or sand them or anything like that. Now, if you guys want to do that, that's fine. There's no harm in that, but then you're going to have to protect the body. So you'll have to use more tape. And there you go. There you can see the damage there, especially with those first few frets. Holy smokes. Here's the 600 grit sandpaper on the sanding block. I sped up the video for your convenience, but I'm just taking my time. I'm not taking a lot of pressure. I'm basically letting the weight of the block guide the sandpaper. I'm not pressing hard at all. And you might see the guitar move around a little bit, but there you go. There's some shavings from the frets. It's just a little gray. That file I got at a local hardware store. It's just a triangular file, and I'm going very, very slowly. I'm not going too fast, and I'm going just a few passes on each fret on each side of the fret. You don't want to just stick with one side of the file either, so flip that file. The key is to work slowly and just carefully because you can't undo anything. And notice that I'm kind of going down and then down on the other side of the neck. So on each side, I have to kind of curve that file and be careful with that. Again, I sped up the video for your convenience. I didn't spend too much time on the frets that were further down the neck past the 7th fret because they didn't really need it. But I went ahead and did the 600 grit just one more time to continue leveling the frets, and went over with the file one last time. I didn't spend too much time with the file on the second round, as you can see. More 600 grit here, and I'm going on the sides of the fret with just a little bit of sandpaper by hand. I'm not using the sanding block here, again, by hand, because I don't want to apply too much pressure to the frets. Again, I can't undo any damage that I'm about to do. There, it's just after 600 grit filing, and there you go. It's not that bad. There's still some gouging from the B string, especially on that third fret. But here's the 1000 grit. I continue to level off. I decided, again, if I was really worried about that fret, I could always get it replaced. But it's something that's a little out of my wheelhouse, so I can do what only I can do at home. There it is, that sanding block with the 1000 grit. Didn't take too long. I'm back to hand sanding with the 1000 grit now. 2000 grit, just hand sanding each side of the frets. This is more of a polish and just a finishing touch to this. You could stop with 1500 grit. I've seen people on YouTube do that. I chose to do steel wool in 2000. So your final thing should be steel wool. Some people like to do like a jeweler's rouge or something. I don't think that's necessary with the frets. It's just, this is your tool. Taking off that masking tape now and then applying fretboard cleaner. Just some Dunlop fretboard cleaner you can get in a kit at your local music shop. And taking a cloth, I did it twice, and there you go. It's really, really dirty. I have cleaned this before, but it is what it is. Just after a year of playing through Corona, that's conditioner. It's making that wood really, soak in that oil, and I had to reapply it because you could tell it was just eating that conditioner up. Here I took a little bit of Pledge and put it on the microfiber towel first before wiping the guitar down. I didn't want to spray the Pledge right on the guitar. It's just too much wax, too much buildup. You don't need that. If you're going to do a cleaning, try to do it once a month. Now, when I'm putting new strings on, I like to bend the tip of the string kind of like a little J or a candy cane shape. Sometimes it doesn't turn out to be a J. It could be like an awkward L shape or like a more than a 90-degree angle, but something that looks like that. And the reason why is you don't want to scratch your guitar. Again, the tape is going to help you, but this will also help guide that string through the bridge. So it's kind of a 2-for-1 deal. It doesn't scratch your guitar up as much, and it helps you guide that string in. So it didn't take me too long to get that low E string in there, and again, sped up the video for your convenience. I manually turn that gear so that that hole can line up with the string, and then I take that string winder, do the last few winds, and cut that string right here. Some people like to leave the ends on. I'm going to do the same thing with the A string, bend it like a J, put it through the bridge, and be on our merry way. Doesn't take you too long after you've done it several thousand times, especially if it's not just for yourself, if it's for students. Again, lining that post up with the string so it just goes in straight. And you'll notice that I like to lock that string in and kind of make an S shape, if you will. Take the end that's sticking out that I'm going to cut off, pull it to the left, and then take the actual string that will stay on, pull it to the right, and I'll tighten it up. Now I'm going to show you that a little bit more in detail in just a moment with a different view. Here's over the headstock view, and this is the G string, putting it through the post again, guiding that string down through the nut, making sure it's not hitting anything. And there you go. There's that outer string that I'm going to pull to my left, and then that string that's going to stay on, I'm going to kind of push to the right, and it kind of makes, again, like an S shape, if you will. And taking my time doing that. Again, I don't want it to take too much string or too little string. If you mess up, you can always redo this, but don't cut the string unless you are satisfied. So leave that string on there unless something goes wrong. And just finishing up with the B and E strings. They went on very easy. Here's the clipping. beautifully done. And taking off the masking tape, you can throw that away. Now we're almost done. I'm going to take that microfiber cloth and a little pledge, go over where that tape was, and maybe just one more time over the body. Now the last step is to stretch the strings, one point at the beginning of the fretboard, the other at the 12th fret, and the other at the 5th fret. There's 3 points that you can do. You could also research this in physics with sine waves and nodes where the string vibrates, and you can do what you'd like to do. There's me tuning in fast motion, but just using my phone, an app called Piano Tuner. Some people like Guitar Tuna, whatever app suits your fancy. But I'm stretching those strings one more time before I tune one last time, and I'll show you the demo. So here you go, the moment you've been waiting for. Here's how the guitar sounds after the work's done. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and comment below on what else you'd like to see in the future. And just a heads up, YouTube is being a little bit more tight when it comes to monetization, and there's been a lot of copyright issues that I've had to deal with recently. So that being said, do your part if you can. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, but share my channel and share the videos that you like with people that you think will also like them. That helps me out, helps me build the community, and it also helps you guys out too by networking with other guitarists or other musicians out there. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Take care. God bless.